going to go ahead and begin class. So as you're getting your mat set up, go ahead and find your way into a comfortable seated position. You can move crisscross applesauce, you can seat on your shins, or maybe you take child's pose. Do what feels good and right for your body today. Close your eyes, take your hands to rest on either thigh, palms facing up towards the sky. And just to start to tune in to your breathing. Notice the way the breath wants to move throughout the body. Maybe there's a place where it feels stuck, tense, shallow. Or maybe that breath is moving you into more expansion already. Wherever you are, this is simply your opportunity to notice before we deepen together as a class. Use this time to check in with how you're feeling. What's going on in the body from the top of the head to the base of your toes. Where are your emotions right now? As you check in, I want you to practice assigning names to these feelings, cataloging them as something or other. It's in this presence that we get in touch with the wisdom of the body, and so use this opportunity to learn yourself. For example, if I am feeling the emotion, anger, creep over my left shoulder, how can I recognize that more in the future? And then select a value-driven action to address it. A deep breath. A hard conversation. Maybe you're in a state of joy, and it lights you up from the base of your sacrum up. It can be so many things, but this is your moment to find the feeling, to name it, and to catalog it as information. As we firm up our Ujjayi breath, go ahead and seal the lips, taking a deep inhale through the nose, right down this midline of the body, into the low belly. And then exhale back out through the nose with a slight constriction in the back of the throat. This flow of breath should be slow and controlled. As you inhale, you take in the information, you take in the feeling, and as you exhale, you relax. Release the belly. The shoulders fall heavy away from the ears. The space between your eyebrows soften. The muscles of the jaw unclench. The tongue relaxes. Today, I want your attention sealed on this body-breath connection. As we flow, taking in those emotions, those feelings as valuable data, and then using your exhale to relax. going to take things nice and slow today. A state of rest, physically and mentally, that I know I need. And hopefully that's true for some of you. As you inhale, go ahead and scoop the arms up overhead. Press your shoulders down away from the ears. Draw the hands together and exhale them to your heart. Broaden the collarbones. Pull the shoulder blades together behind you. And on your next exhale, go ahead and allow the hands to come back behind you. Interlace, pulling the shoulders once again down and back to open the chest, open the heart. Lift through the throat, a position of reception. And then exhale, and go ahead and flow those hands forward, round through the upper back. And inhale, open lifts. Exhale, flow. And inhale, lift. Last time, exhale, float forward. And inhale. You're going to go ahead and take the left hand down, reaching the right fingertips over. You can slide out a little further if you need to collapse that forearm down. Gaze maybe comes up towards the fingertips if that's okay for the neck. Sending your breath to your side body. Today we're going to hold poses a little longer, giving ourselves ample time to focus on breath and creating that catalog. Every exhale is an invitation to deepen the stretch, keeping the shoulder away from the ears, reaching those fingertips over. Relax the shoulder. And inhale, slowly lift that bottom hand straight. Switching sides, ground that right palm. Reach the fingertips. Take the gaze up if you can. And breathe. Keep the shoulder peeled open the entire time. Nice long line through the collarbone. And our bottom shoulder is stacked nice and tight. We're not letting it collapse, not letting the ear come down. The stretch comes from those fingertips as it reaches over, breathing into the side body. Releasing our hips along with the muscle here. Inhale, straighten that bottom hand. We're going to go ahead and do some work through the neck. So taking that right hand back behind you, you're going to roll the shoulder up, down, and back. And then you're going to go ahead and take the left hand to the top of the head, tilting that left ear to the left shoulder. Open up through the side of your neck. It's gentle. We're not pulling. We're not forcing anything. But we're allowing breath and time to soften that muscle, to release the shoulder a little bit more, create better mobility. Go ahead and tilt that head up. Switching sides, taking that left hand back behind you. Roll the shoulder up, down, and back. And then go ahead and take the right hand to the top of the head. Gentle stretch. Ear to shoulder, creating nice space on that left side. in time. Softening the body. Releasing tension. And noticing what emotions come up. Inhale the head back to center. Go ahead and take your hands, interlace them behind the head, and gently press the chin to the chest. Allow the weight of your hands to create a stretch down the back of the neck. Trying to sit up nice and tall. As you inhale, open the elbows, open the chest, lift the crown of the head. And then exhale, hands come down. We're gonna take the feet straight out in front of us now. Hands come along our sides, fingertips facing forward. Again, rolling the shoulders up, down, and back, lifting through the crown of the head and flexing the feet. You can create space between each toe. Firm up the low belly, draw the belly button into the spine. Take a deep inhale in. And as you exhale, go ahead and walk the hands forward, hinging at the hips. Maybe you take an anchor at the ankles. Maybe it's closer, right below the knees. Doesn't matter. The heart lifts out towards the toes on your inhale. And on your exhale, you slowly begin to close the space between your low belly and your thighs. It works slowly, a centimeter at a time, focusing on trying to keep that heart lifted out towards the toes on your inhale, checking in with posture, and then exhale into the collapse. Feel the stretch through the back of the legs. Experiencing in your body right now? Is it fighting you? Does it feel honored? Is it rejoicing? Afraid? Name, breathe, catalog. Slowly begin to walk the hands back, the torso up. And then you're going to go ahead and pull the right foot into the body, taking it up and over to the other side. Flex that bottom foot. And we're going to go ahead and take the right hand back behind us, hook the left elbow, and take a gaze over that shoulder, bringing out the spine. Focus on lifting through the crown of the head. Beautiful posture. Deep inhale in through the nose. And then exhale into the twist. Feel the body soften. What's coming up for you? Inhale slowly back to center. Take that right foot back out. Left knee comes in, up and over. Hand back behind you. Hook the elbow and take it to the other side. Deep inhale in. Check your posture. Lift through the crown of the head like you're proud, tall. Energy floating through those fingertips, through each toe. And on your exhale, deepen the twist. As you inhale, begin to walk the body forward. We're going to go ahead and pull the knees in and roll up into a child's pose. So taking the knees wide, the big toes together. Sit your heels onto, or your glutes under your heels. Take your forehead down to the mat. And reach your fingertips out in front of you until you feel a deep stretch through your armpits. As you breathe, you can give a little rock to your forehead, back and forth on the mat. Release any remaining tension that you might be holding in the face. And breathe into the upper back, the shoulders, and the hips. As you inhale, go ahead and curl through the back, one vertebrae at a time, taking the knees directly under the hips, and then slowly walking your hands out in front of you, releasing your heart down to the mat for puppy pose. 90-degree angle from the back of your shin up to the glute. Nice long line from the top of your head to the base of your tailbone. Pull your belly button in, flattening the back. Take a deep inhale in through the nose. And as you exhale, begin to slowly lift the chest forward, collapsing the pelvis onto the mat. Hands flat against the floor, shoulders positioned directly over the crease of the elbows. Lift through the crown of the head for Sphinx pose. Exhale, slowly press back into your puppy. Take a few last breaths here in this pose. Make sure the pelvis is tilted underneath of you. And then one hand at a time, go ahead and draw back, lifting the heart up into an all-fours position. Take a minute to wring out the spine. Move in a way that feels good, that feels comfortable to you. And then go ahead and land in all fours. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Flip the toes into the mat. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, straighten those legs, lifting the tailbone towards the sky in downward facing dog. You can pedal out the feet here. Release one heel and then the other. then when you're ready, find stillness in your down dog, pressing the heart towards those upper thighs. On your next exhale, begin to walk your hands back towards your toes, and then collapse your belly onto your thighs, head, neck, and shoulders. Relax. From here, we're going to grab opposite elbows for ragdoll. Again, counterbalancing the weight that's in the back of your heels with everything that's hanging forward. Little micro bend in the knees. Releasing the head, neck, and shoulders fully. You might even do a little rock back and forth. And find stillness. Release your fingertips down. And inhale, slowly lift the heart halfway. Exhale, dive down. And walk the hands out in front of you to plank. You can go ahead and draw in the left foot now for low lunge, releasing the right shin down. As you inhale, lift the hands, stretching into the hip flexors. You can even take the hands down if you want to relax the shoulders, breathing into the hip. We lift through the crown of the head, and then we press the hips forward to stretch down in. Name the emotion, the feeling. What's going on here as you release? If your hands are up, go ahead and draw the left hand down to the hip, keeping the right hand up. And we're just going to do a little gentle stretch over to the side. Breathing into the side body the entire time. Inhale, go ahead and take both hands down to the hip. Slowly releasing the hands to frame the foot. Lifting up into a full low lunge. Go ahead and open into a quick twist. And then exhale the hand down to frame the foot. Step back to downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Inhale, forward to plank. This time drawing the right foot between the hands for a low lunge, releasing the left shin down. Inhale, lift the hands up. And you can stay here or you can take the hands down onto the hips. Whatever you did on the other side, maybe repeat that sequence. Lifting through the crown of the head, staying strong through the core, and breathing into that hip flexor. Send your breath in, press the hips forward, squeeze the glutes. And name the feeling. From here, if your hands are lifted, remember you can take that right hand down, or if they're on your hips, you can lift the left hand up and take a little stretch over. Inhale, lift to center. Hands come down, frame the foot, flip that back toe, lift to low lunge, and find a quick twist. Exhale the hands down to frame the foot, step back to downward facing dog. Find stillness in your down dog if you haven't already. Go ahead and release the shins down to the mat, one at a time. We're going to flip over and come into butterfly. So taking the feet together, pulling the heels in, sitting up nice and tall. You might even use the elbows as leverage to press open through the inner thighs a little bit more. We lift the heart out towards the toes and slowly hinge to find that stretch in the inner thighs. Inhale, lift the heart. Go ahead and take that right foot out in front of you at about a 90-degree angle, and then the back foot back behind you. You're going to position the right hand down and just a little quick lift through the hips. You should feel this right in that left hip flexor. And come down. You can go ahead and switch directions to the other side. A little flip and reach, lifting the hips up, the hand back. And then coming down. And once again, twisting and flipping all the way around for final Shavasana. Feet go with the heels at the wide edges, slowly releasing the back onto the mat, leaving the hands open, palms facing up. As you bring your full attention now into breath and relaxation. Deep, elongated Ujjayi breaths, taking you deeper into yourself. We spent today naming, cataloging, using the wisdom of the body to help us know ourselves more. Now is the moment to just spend a little time celebrating ourselves, integrating all that we've learned, let thought melt away or pass by as you turn your attention to your breath and your deep inner knowing. Take one last deep inhale in through your nose and hold the breath in your low belly. When you let go of any remaining tension in the body. Feel free to stay here as long as you like, or make your way up for final salutations, whatever feels right and true for you right now. But thank you, either way, for showing up for today's class. Not just for me, but for yourself. Giving yourself this gift, this moment. My heart acknowledges and honors yours. I'll send you back out into this beautiful day with one last